Okay, so welcome back to another video. It is Wednesday evening. It is actually like nearly 8:30. I've already squatted, which is why I am in the mess that I am. So it's my SBD day. It is week 3. So comp is nearly here. Like, I've literally got one more of these full sessions and then I've got my like taper week, which will still be very similar, but just pull back a lot. Or not that much. I'm rambling. Yeah, no, comp is nearly here. And I've been in like self-sabotage mode. If you've watched my last videos, kind of since I moved house, I think I've been using that as an excuse to overdo it, and then my body's not been recovering because I've been stressed, I've been overworking, doing other things outside of training and not focusing on recovery as much. Like, my sleep schedule's been like a lot worse, my food hasn't been as good. You know, I've definitely been in like self-sabotage mode. But I think that's something I do every time I compete. It's like I always hit these massive milestones. I make like huge progress when I don't have a comp imminently coming up. And then as soon as I sign up for a comp, which happened a few months ago, I have a wobble, like a confidence wobble, and things start going worse. And then I kind of got myself out of that rut, kind of kick-started, I don't know, trying to get my words out. I got myself out of that rut, and then like comp block got here, I moved house literally at the start of the block, and I've almost been using that as an excuse to not dedicate everything to training leading into comp and almost set myself up for a disappointing performance, so that I've got an excuse as to why it happened. And I've known I've been doing it the whole time, but it's just taken a lot to snap myself out of it. And actually, don't usually start the videos like this, but I want to just say thank you to the people that kind of communicate with me, like the people that watch these videos and comment, the people that message me on Instagram. It's really strange to me that people actually pay that much attention to what I'm doing. But like on my last video, someone commented who regularly like supports my videos and stuff, and I really appreciate him. He actually commented and just said like, you've done the hard work, so now is just stop overthinking. And it made me realise, like, my entire off season, I didn't second guess the programme once. I didn't second guess how things moved. If things moved slower one week than the other, it didn't matter because I just stuck to the programme. I hit the weights. I knew what I'd planned I could do. I wouldn't have programmed it if I couldn't do it. I've earned the right to load these numbers on the bar. And for some reason, this block, that mindset has kind of gone out of the window. And I've almost been doubting everything I've been doing and wondering if I've gone too heavy already. I've started the block too heavy. I'm not as strong as I thought I was. And all of these things that I wouldn't have thought about if I didn't have a comp at the end of this block, but it's almost like there's so much self-doubt entering my mind and I'm just overthinking everything. And his comment actually just made me realise I just need to stop thinking and just do. Doesn't matter if things are slow, doesn't matter if things move badly, we know why things aren't moving as well. Like, my body is beaten up from all the stress of moving, just from working hard, from pushing myself in training. Fatigue is still very high, like I haven't pulled accessory back yet. Like, there's a number of things that are making things feel hard. And also in the back of my mind, I want things to move as quickly as possible because I want to hit the biggest PBs possible on the platform. So that was a lot of ramble. Basically, thank you to the people that comment and show support, that follow me on Instagram, that reply to my stories and things on Instagram, that comment on my posts on there, like the people that are following along, I can't talk. The people that are following along with what I'm doing, like, it really does mean a lot. And it's definitely, like, today I can feel I've just snapped out of this rut. I even noticed it on my Monday accessory day, to be honest. I kind of just stopped caring. I just did what I was meant to do and things just felt better. I felt stronger. I'm using my hands so much. Yeah, and squats tonight were a reflection of that. So I'll show you how squats went.
If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.
I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I tryna keep it going to be continued, or am I tryna lose good and I keep moving now? I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Ay, oh no, 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인 this is my only answer. Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. Money soaking, it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice.
Okay, so as you can see, they moved absolutely fine. 150 for 5 definitely felt heavy, but it's going to. It's the most I've loaded, you know, on this day for a long time, or like since last block, obviously. Like, it's supposed to start feeling heavy. Week 3 is when things start to get hard. And it still moved comfortably. Like, I watched it back after and I was like, I had like 5 more reps in the tank if I really had to. Like, if I was going to kill myself off, gun to the head, had to do 5 more reps, I could have done 5 more reps. And then back offs was super comfortable. I felt like my bracing tonight was a lot better as well. Yeah, everything just felt more comfortable. I felt like I had that pressure that I needed in my intra-abdominal area. Like, I'm talking so fast. I need to get my breath back. This is probably the most chaotic start to a video I've ever had. But it's fine. Yeah, no, I don't have much to say, to be honest. I'm really thankful the squats felt good today. I feel like something's kind of switched in my mind and I'm feeling more ready to go and compete. Like, I'm actually picturing myself at the comp now, which I wasn't really able to do before. I couldn't picture myself, you know, waiting to come out to squat and getting myself like in that mindset, in that like that place where I had to like dig deep and be willing to put the work in. And I kind of felt like tonight I was visualizing myself at comp before every set. Like, I wasn't getting hyped for today's squats, but I was picturing me at comp and almost being like thankful for the work I've been putting in today, putting in the next few sessions leading into comp. And it made me, I don't know, just not care as much about how things moved and just push harder. And things moved really well. So that was so much ramble. I don't even know if any of that made sense, but we're just gonna pretend it did. Basically, squats went very well. I'm now gonna crack on and bench because I still have a lot I need to do today when I get home as well. And I'm up early tomorrow. So this is where I'm not prioritizing my sleep schedule enough. But it's fine. Things have massively calmed down in my personal life at the moment as well, with the house and everything. Everything's calmer. I've put off any work that we're doing on the house until after comp, so nothing to stress about. Just gonna keep going. Yeah, gonna bench.
Wanna see what's going on? I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Once I get the ID, taxi tossing, I got 없이. On my way, my ETA is ASAP. No way I'm a man.
I am so happy with how bench just went. I feel like tonight everything's kind of clicking, which, to be honest, is kind of a week 3 thing. I think, like, often if fatigue has been incredibly high from the end of a block, the first couple of weeks where things are supposed to be light and comfortable, or supposed to be, and they feel quite bad, it really does mess with me, like, mentally. But then it's usually around week 3 where I think things start to turn around, and I think that's exactly what's happening this block. Like, bench just felt so strong. My 107.53 count now, again, I think it was ever so slightly short of a count, but it was long enough, it was fine. I did hover it on my chest though, which I'm annoyed about, which actually makes it harder anyway, because then I'm actually hovering it and like my body isn't taking any of the weight in the, like, at the pause. I hope that made sense. I need to just like think before I speak. But yeah, no, like, it flew off my chest. Like, it felt so comfortable. My bench positioning felt really good. I have got a bit of a pain kind of in one, like my lower rib or lower ribs. It's a pain that I used to get quite a lot. I think it was before my last comp, it was quite bad. I had to have regular sports massages, and I did want to get one at the start of this block because I noticed it was starting to come back slightly, and usually it's just something that just progressively gets worse and worse, and nothing will really fix it apart from a massage. But because we were moving, I didn't know when I was going to be free, so I didn't book one, which I'm slightly regretting, but also I think I'm just going to suck it up until after comp, because I know I can push through it. It's just discomfort, and it doesn't affect squats or deadlifts. It's just setting up on bench is quite painful, and it definitely felt a little bit worse today than it has, but some days it is a little bit worse than others, so I'm just going to kind of ignore it till comp. That might not be sensible, but nothing bad is going to come of it. It's just going to get more and more uncomfortable, and then I think post-comp, like the week after comp, I'll probably just get like a full body, just everything sorted, kind of massage, just to make, like, just help with recovery. But like, I haven't had one massage this entire off season, which I try and not have them unless I need them, because I think you do become reliant on them if you have them too frequently, so we'll see. But yeah, that's the only thing that's a bit annoying or a negative, but it's fine. Like, it's not awful yet, and it's probably going to be a few weeks, I think, of pushing through it before it gets really bad, hopefully. But no, 107.5 felt incredibly light and comfortable. And then my back off fives at 97.5 literally was like, I mean, anything under 100 now for reps is light and comfortable, but they felt extra comfortable. I do think one thing that helped is that I did take dips out of my Monday accessory day, and I'm also just gonna, basically I'm not doing dips again until after comp. The decision behind that is basically because my elbows have been incredibly tender and they're not really getting any better, and dips are something that I think obviously will create a lot of fatigue for bench, so I was like, I'm just going to take them out now, so then they're out. I'll probably still do my tricep push down on tomorrow's accessory day, so Thursday's accessory day this week, and then essentially as of next week, so 2 weeks out, I'm going to pull accessories back quite a lot. So I'll still keep in my main movements like my pendulum squat, still keep in like rows, back work, like pull down and stuff next week and push them next week. But then the final week I'll pull everything back massively and just kind of do like pendulum squat. I think is a really good movement for me because it like I can't get my words out. Pendulum squat is a really good movement for me because it does mimic my squat pattern quite well the way I do it. So I'll probably keep that in on the final week, but I'll literally just do no weight on the machine and just get the movement pattern in. But yeah, no, basically I've pulled dips out or taken dips out, and I think that's helped with bench feeling a bit better today. My elbows are still very tender today, but they're not as bad, so I'm seeing a bit of an improvement. So again, just gonna wait for that to that will obviously go by the time I get to comp, because it's just from fatigue being high and stuff and my body just not really having a chance to rest. Also definitely noticing the improvement in my performance just based on the fact that my nutrition has been so much better. I mentioned in the last video, like I've been hitting my macros this entire time, but my food quality has just not been as good. So this week I've made sure to keep my food quality like how it used to be, just a lot of like variety, nutrient dense foods, diverse foods, like everything that I preach to my clients I've been doing myself, which is very important. And yeah, I just feel like I'm more recovered, I just feel better in myself, I have more energy. So yeah, bench went very well. I'm rambling, I'm happy. My mood has just done like a 180 as of the last few videos, so we're good. Just gonna have to keep this going until comp now, hopefully. Anyway, I need to deadlift.
Is this pool party time to get headlit? About to go down, my might can go try to. Where we tryna go? Choose up on it, draw. Where we tryna go? Body on it. Oh shoot. Okay, I got it. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me when. Just tell me when. Just tell me when. I'll be there, just tell me when. Just tell me when.
Okay, so we are in my new office. It's the first time I've filmed in here. Excuse literally all we've done so far in this room is paint the walls white because they were like half blue, half white before. So excuse any, I don't know what you can see, but excuse anything that you can see because it's just very far from finished. So as you can tell, it is not the same day that I trained. It is actually Friday afternoon. So I haven't watched any of the clips back from my session on Wednesday, but I am very aware that all of the talking clips up to this one, probably including this one, were just a lot of ramble and me just barely being able to form a sentence. So I thought, well, the plan was after deadlifts, I was going to do a recap, but I was going to wait until I'd driven home and then film a recap to give myself time to, like, you know, remember how to talk. And then I forgot. I was going to film last night and then didn't get time. Well, I said I didn't get time. I procrastinated and then, yeah, it didn't happen. So I was like, it's fine. I will just film tonight when I get home. So I've just done my horrible 40-minute walk home. To be fair, it's my walk, again, I don't know how to talk. I mentioned in last week's video, since we've moved, my office is a 40-minute walk away, where it used to be literally like a 5-minute walk, and the walk involves some hills. I use the term hills loosely because I live in a very flat part of the country, but it's getting easier. I actually enjoyed it more, although I think the part of the reason it felt easier today and yesterday is because the weather has been terrible here, so it's actually been quite cool and I haven't overheated. Anyway, that is not the point of this clip. I wanted to just talk about deadlifts and how I'm feeling a couple of days after. So, deadlifts went unbelievably well. I was so nervous to pull 180 because if I want to aim for 200 at comp, which I would like to be in the realm of 200, I want 200 to be a possibility because I do think I'm strong enough to load it now, especially after a taper. But if I'm loading 200, then I really have to open around 175, 180 in order to be able to take the jumps needed to get there without like freaking myself out by jumping too much. And yeah, so I kind of had this pressure on myself where I was like, you need to make 180 move like an opener. And it wasn't quick, don't get me wrong, my deadlifts are never quick, but it was comfortable and it did feel almost like an opener should. And that's with 2 weeks left to go of the block, including a taper. Deadlifts always respond well to a taper. I don't want to jinx this, I'm just going to like touch wood that does actually happen. But yeah, so the 180 filled me with confidence for deadlifts. I'm actually feeling really excited for deadlifts now. Next week I've literally just got a single on deadlift and I don't think I'm going to do any back offs, just to have an aggressive taper. And then it's just breezing through to comp. I also realised after my deadlifts that like, I'm nearly there. It kind of sunk in because after this week my programme has changed to cater for Tomp. See what I mean? After this week my programme has actually changed to cater for comp. So it's almost like I can feel that it's getting close. And honestly, ever since Wednesday, I've just been thinking about comp. I'm so excited to compete. I've never felt this excited to compete before. And I know it doesn't mean I'm feeling overly confident in my lifts or anything. Like squats are the one that I'm still like, I really hope tomorrow's session goes well basically because I am still nervous about squats, but Wednesday's squats felt considerably better than they have done. Still not as good as I want them to, but considerably better than they have been. So I'm hoping if I can just keep that trend going, tomorrow's session will feel better and then it'll fill me with confidence, ready for comp. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to take what I've got on the day. I'm not going to worry about chasing numbers, and that's what I need to remember. I think I'm capable of a 500 total, even on a worse day. So let's just see. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. Anyway, deadlifts, back to Wednesday. Can't remember what I did. I did 180 for a single, really comfortable, incredibly happy with it. It was also probably the same speed, if not quicker, than my 172 and my 165 that I've done already this block as well, so week 1 and 2 singles. So considering that as well, I'm very excited for deadlifts. Then my back off triple at 165. It felt difficult, but it was fine. Like, it wasn't a problem, it just wasn't quick and speedy. But again, my deadlifts are never speedy, and that's something I have to remember. I also watched, so at Manchester Open last August, which is my last comp, I only deadlifted 180. I failed my third at 185. My comp max is from the British, which is 182.5. But considering at my last comp before this off season, I pulled 180 at comp, and I watched it back, and it was not like it was a similar speed to my 180 the other day, I won't lie. However, my technique wasn't ever bad, but it's just so much more efficient now. Like, I'm really using my legs a lot more than I was before. And I think that's where I'm able to grind a lot more on deadlifts now and feel more confident and not feel like I'm going to hurt myself. So, yeah. Anyway, then did further back offs. I think it was, I can't remember off the top of my head, 140, 145 maybe for 3 triples. Incredibly comfortable. It was just, Wednesday was the confidence boost that I needed. Like, I'm genuinely excited for comp now, which, yeah, just doesn't normally happen. Normally when I have a comp coming up, I get to this point and I'm dreading it. Or not dreading it, but I'm like, I'm ready for it to be over so I can continue working towards the total that I know I want. Where I feel like this time, actually, I am going to put a total up that I'm proud of. No, it won't be enough to get me to where I need to be, but it will be a very big stepping stone, and that's kind of the goal. So, yeah, I felt this room is very echoey, so if it is, I'm very sorry. But yeah, basically just want to jump on and say deadlifts went very well. I'm feeling way more confident. Also, my body weight is still just like dropping. So I've been increasing my calories pretty much every week since we moved because my body weight has just been coming off quicker than planned. So normally during the week I do weigh about half a kilo heavier just because my sleep's not as good, and like especially towards the end of the week. So like Thursday and Friday, I don't tend to get much sleep those nights. So, and also because I'm getting up at 6 rather than my normal like 7, half 7ish, like it's an extra hour of sleep that I'm missing. Plus I do tend to go to bed later on those days just because I have more to be doing. Again, a lot of ramble, not necessary. Basically, I was just going to say, I was 85.1 this morning at 6 in the morning. Now, if I had so I weigh in 8 in the morning for comp. Let's say I had 2 more hours, I would probably have been at 8 o'clock this morning had I not eaten or drunk or had I just like lounged around or whatever. I probably would have been in the 84s. I probably would have lost at least a couple 100 grams. So that's very exciting. I'm hoping Sunday I do see a bit of a drop again. But then also I'm like, I don't need to drop anymore. But it would be, in a way, it would be nice to drop because it means I can increase my food again. It's basically what I'm thinking. But I also don't really need to, so I'm probably just going to keep where I am and just keep kind of sailing through. But I think I'm on like nearly 2,300 calories now. Like I haven't been increasing my carbs, so I haven't been carrying any excess water. I've just been increasing my fat. And then, yeah, I think cutting out creatine is all I'm going to have to do to make weight, which is very good. So yeah, I think the week of comp, I might still manipulate my food slightly. I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to decide until I know exactly what I weigh. But again, I will talk about that more when the time comes. I can't stop spinning in this chair. This is probably really annoying to watch. I do apologise. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I just want to jump on and say, very happy with how deadlifts went. Feeling good. Body weight is still dropping. Yeah, everything's going as it should be. And I'm actually excited to compete. I've got a few friends coming as well. More people are coming to watch than I thought. I thought it was literally going to be my friend who handles me and then one other person come to watch. But no, I think there's like a car full coming, which is very cool. So hope I don't disappoint. But it'll be really good. And then I'm really excited to watch the 76ers compete in the afternoon as well. I'm kind of glad I'm in a separate session because I think it'll be really fun to just stay and watch them. Unless, of course, I am very hungry and I need to go get food. But hopefully I can order food there or something. I don't know. This is really irrelevant to what I was going to talk about. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have made this far, I really want to say thank you. If you're one of the people that comment support on my videos and stuff as well, like genuinely, I really appreciate it. Like they do help get me through. Like I train alone. I have friends that I talk to about my training, but I coach myself. I don't really have anyone to check in with. One of my friends who handles me at comp, I do talk to about my training quite a lot, but other than that, it is very much kind of me on my own with my own training. So it's really nice to have people actually like paying attention, which is kind of mad. Like I make these videos more so I can recap my sessions and so that people, well, not even people can watch, just so that like I have a diary and people can see how powerlifters train, like a female powerlifter. But yeah, it's more like I started making these videos literally so I can document my training and progress. And yeah, people are following along, which is very cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on Monday for the next one.